Good afternoon, everyone. On the last class, okay, let me just share my file to you. We studied for a pivot chart, data visualization, and some parts of scenarios. Let me just talk about pivot chart that we had. So whenever we had our pivot table to be created already, in order to create pivot table, the things that you have to do is that you need to just choose the data from the heading to all the data that you have got, and then you just click insert, choose pivot table, then choose the options that you would like your pivot table to be, and then you get this one. You get the pivot table worksheet together with the pivot table fields. Then you just choose the field that you would like to display in the column and rows and values. Then when you choose them already, okay, let's see. If you choose sellers and goods and amount paid like this, suppose you say that you also have date as well in each column, each row, okay, like this. So when you have the thing like this already, when you would like to have the pivot chart, the way that you have to do is that you click on the cell in the pivot table, go to insert, and then you see a pivot chart. You can click on the pivot chart here, and then you can just create the pivot chart according to our need. So when you create many pivot charts in the same worksheet, it makes your data to be under your control. We call this kind of thing as the dashboard. We call this thing as the dashboard. When you get like this pivot chart already, the next thing is that how can we control our dashboard properly? You can see that by the pivot chart itself. Normally, you have the drop-down list in each pivot chart already, that you may be able to use it to control in for our dashboard here. For example, if you say that you would like to see the charts by good, for example, if you say that you want to see the charts for book only, what are we going to do? We just choose book, and then you can see that all of our charts will be moving according to the data in the book that we filtered. Apart from that one, okay, let me just talk about the pivot chart that we had on the last class. We can create the slicers in order to control our pivot chart as well. In this one, you can see that sometimes in order to just click and choose from the drop-down list, it might be difficult for us to do so. Then one tools to help controlling this pivot chart is what we call slicers. Slicer is the filtering tools that you can see on the right hand side like this. We have 4 different slicers that you may be able to use to control the pivot chart and pivot table to display according to the filter that you set up. The things that you have to choose to create the slicer is that you click on the chart, pivot table first. After that, we go to insert. And then on the right hand side of the pivot chart, you see group of filters. You choose slicers. Then you just pick what slicers would you like to have. For example, if I choose buyer, seller, goods, payment methods, something like that. Then you can see that we have like the slicers that appear on the right hand side. Oh, sorry, the slicers that is in here. When you don't want any slicer, just click on it and then press delete button. Then it can delete that slicer that you don't want anymore. Okay. Now let me show you something. Sometimes when you just try to insert the slicer and it shows you like this. This one you have to be careful. Don't panic about this one. When you say that no connection found in here, it means that you cannot create the slicer because you didn't click on your pivot table. What should we do? We click cancel first. because you can see that right now my cell active cell is on G7 that is outside my pivot table. Then I click on any cell in pivot table and try again you can see that right now the slicer come back already okay, here. No connections. Then you have to click on any cells in your pivot table and then click slicer again. Slicer tell us in many things it is the filtering tools when you create the slicers right now you can see that every single button is in blue color. That means right now we show every single data in the pivot chart. So if we say that okay we want to just focusing in our or filtering the data only for catch payment only, you click on catch. Right now you can see that the slicer on catch is in blue color while credit card is white, means that right now we are using only catch. And these are the charts and the pivot table for just the catch payment only. You can see that right now the data in here, for example, for book purchased by Susan, she purchased by catch for $380. If we say that okay we change to be credit card instead let's see how the data is changed. You can see that right now the book is purchased by Andrew $950 by credit card everything is changed and updated according to your slicer that you choose. And then you can see that right now our dashboard is updated according to our choosing as well. Now we also have another color that happens that is pale blue. For example, James and Mr. Joe. So the meaning of this pale blue and the pale text and the gray text in here means that for credit card payment, James didn't sell by credit cards, while Mr. Joe he purchased by cash only. He didn't purchase by credit card. And if you have a look for the goods, credit card is sold to many type of goods book, food, movie, DVD, and toy. Okay, now what about catch? You can see that in this one, catch was sold in the goods for book, food, movies, DVD, and toys as well. And you can see that when you click cash, every buyer and every seller used to sell and used to buy catch before. So this one is the slicer that we can use. And then you can see that the dashboard is moving according to our slicer that we click and choose. This was the pivot chart, pivot table, and slicers that we use to create the dashboard. After that, we talk about data visualization. Data visualization is the way that we use in order to view the data instead of numbers. We view the data in terms of the pictures instead. In this one, we learn for two different kinds of data visualization that are icon sets and data bar. Firstly, when you have group of data and you would like to set up or when you would like to display them with the icon sets, you have to know the nature of icon set first. Icon sets are a group of pictures that are used to classify or categorize your data your data here means the numbers the quantitative data into different groups according to the number of icons in its set. For example, if you say that you want to classify these numbers into 3 groups, then you have to use icon set that consists of 3 icons in its set. If you say that you want to classify this number into 5 groups, then you have to use the icon set that consists of 5 icons. How can we do that? Firstly, you highlight the numbers that you would like to classify. Go to Home, and then you will see menu called Conditional Formatting. Choose icon sets. Then you just choose the icon sets that comply with what you need. For example, if you want the numbers to be classified into 3 groups, then you find any groups that consist of 3 icons. For example, I use star. We have 3 stars in here, star ratings here. Yellow star, half yellow, and white star. Okay, I choose this. Okay, so in this one, you can see that right now our data is shown in the star symbol instead นะครับ or star icon instead and we have 3 different stars to be displayed in this group นะครับ to display the data นะครับ into 3 different groups and how can Excel นะครับ how can formatting just like group the data into 3 groups for us so firstly นะครับ we talk about the standard one first if you don't customize any conditions for the formatting here นะครับ Excel will have to find max and min value first for example in here we find max and min we get max that is 95 min is 2 after that the things that conditional formatting will do is that okay from number of stars that you have got you say that we have 3 stars right so that means we have 3 groups so it will separate the data into 3 groups for you นะครับ the minimum data the minimum value is 2 maximum is 95 and after that นะครับ what is the next thing how do we gonna just like separate the data into different groups the things that happen is that it will separate the first group 33%, second group 33%, sorry, and the last group 33% like this. And then it just calculate ครับ from 92 to 95 what are 33%? So it will be 95 minus 2 that is นะครับ 93 right so it divides 93 นะครับ it divides 93 into 3 groups so that means in here นะครับ in here so you will have like from 2 นะครับ to 93 multiplied by 33% or 1/3 let's say so it is like 31 นะครับ so 2 to 31 will be displayed as the first group นะครับ 31 and 62 นะครับ it's 93 over 2 is 62 will be divided into second group and 62 to 95 will be shown in the third group and then it said that okay first group is white star second group is half white half yellow and the largest group will be shown in yellow star like this นะครับ this is a standard one if you don't customize the rules at all but if you customize it how can you do that suppose we say that okay from 2 นะครับ to 20 you want it to be displayed in one group นะครับ let's say that 2 to 20 is in one group 20 to 90 in another group 90 to 95 is in the third group what should we do นะครับ instead of 2 31 62 to 95 so the things that it will do is like this นะครับ okay you can see that right now the range is different already นะครับ they are not equal นะครับ okay right so the things that we have to do is that we have to change in the conditional formatting นะครับ so the first way if you would like to customize our conditional formatting by ourselves we highlight the cells นะครับ then we want to change the rule first go to home menu conditional formatting and manage rules next นะครับ you just like go to click on icon sets you just go to click on icon sets and then choose edit rules in this one you can see that when you read นะครับ we read in the same row show yellow star when value is greater than or equal to 67% show half yellow when it's less than 67 and greater than or equal to 33% now firstly you have to change from percent to number first change from percent to number first the first one is maximum one we say that from 90 to 95 then we say that if the value is greater than or equal to 90 we show full yellow star then you press tab button half yellow when the data is less than 90 and greater than or equals to 20 นะครับ and then you choose number นะครับ type again 20 นะครับ when it's less than 90 and greater than or equals to 20 show it as half star นะครับ and then press tab again and it shows white star when the value is less than 20 นะครับ this is to customize the rule to be the number not the percentage anymore นะครับ and then you can manually customize this star to be displayed นะครับ okay after that the things that you have to know is that if you would like to have if you would like to switch the star นะครับ for example from the maximum for the minimum one you want to get yellow star maximum one you want to have 5 star instead right now you can see that the maximum value show yellow star right you want to show them in white instead so what should we do you click reverse icon order ครับ the rules will be applicable but it's switched from white to yellow yellow to white นะครับ and if you don't want to see the text or the numbers in here you choose show icon only after that you click OK and then apply you can see that right now the data is hidden already นะครับ you don't see the numbers and the star will be switched from white to yellow yellow to white นะครับ and also the rules we set it up already that okay from less than 0 we show in red นะครับ between 20 นะครับ to less than 90 you show in half yellow and white and greater than or equal to 90 you show it in white นะครับ it will be shown like that if you want to have the number back you click uncheck show icon only นะครับ and then choose apply when you get this one already นะครับ okay that is for the icon set somebody has a problem with the icon set like this ครับ when you just like paste the data like this already and when you delete it seems like the formatting is gone but when you type some numbers you can see that it shows a star if you want to eliminate star what should we do you have to highlight the cells that you don't want the conditional formatting anymore นะครับ for displaying the icon set after that you go to home menu choose conditional formatting clear rules and then in this clear rules you choose clear rule from selected cell then the star will be eliminated then you can see the text or the numbers that you have got already นะครับ so this is the icon set after that we talk about data bars data bar is the way that we use the space inside the width of the cells to create the bar นะครับ to display นะครับ the level or the degree of the value that you have got นะครับ so in this one it's easy ครับ the way to use the data bars is that you highlight the cells that you want to show นะครับ the bar first but you have to make sure that the cells that can show the data bar must be the number นะครับ the cells must store the number inside because if you have like some text like this and you try to use it as the data bar it doesn't see anything you don't see anything นะครับ after you choose the cells already the next thing is that you go to home menu conditional formatting and data bars for data bars is there's nothing much นะครับ when compared with the icon sets you can choose just only different colors or different shading only นะครับ inside there's nothing much so suppose you choose the data bars to display นะครับ the amount of money already you can see that by using data bar it helps us to see which bar is outstanding how can the bar be calculated and displayed firstly it will try max to find max and min of this data first you can see that 200 is max 10 is min so it just like formulate that for the min they just give a small portion of the cell to display the bar like this one the value that is 10 it shows just like a very small bar while the max it shows a full bar like 200 it shows a full bar like this so in this one it helps us to estimate that okay which expense of the student just like it's expensive so in this one you can see that there are 3 or 4 outstanding bars that are house rent car payments, student loan, and hairdresser, something like that. So this help us in order to make a decision easily and quickly, rather than just having a look on the numbers and then compare in your head, to get out of, to get the maximum one, minimum one, and which one is outstanding or not. When you go to the data bars for managing the rules, there's nothing much inside. You can see that we can show, or we can do at most show the bar only or not, just that, and change the color, just that. Okay, so in this one, if you don't want to have the data bars, the same thing as we did with the icon set, because in this one, you can see that when I delete the cell, the bar seems to be clear, but when I start entering some numbers, the bar of data comes back to show the data for you, to show the bar for you. So that's why when you have to clear, you have to highlight all of them. Highlight all of them first, and then you go to conditional formatting. Clear rules, and then you choose clear rule from selected cell, so that it will clear out the bar that you set up before. This is the data bars that we studied from the last class. After that, we talk about the scenarios. Scenarios is the way that we use in order to prepare some data that can be happen in different situations. In this case, I talk about a concert, a concert that may have different size and different budget. Each different concert will have different costs, different revenue, and also different profit or loss as well. Different profit or loss as well. So the color that you see in here tell you different things. This one I did it manually for highlighting the color, so that you will learn how do we gonna just like create the scenarios in here. When you create a scenario, you have to set up the template like this first. I call this one as a template. Inside, some of the values are the value that you input. For example, in the yellow one, the yellow cells, they are the cells that we will, that we can be varied when we change the size of the concert. For example, number of seats, talent, venue rental, the rest of the thing in the yellow cell, they will be changed if the concert size is changed. What about the green one? Okay, let me just like change the things a bit. Okay. This one, the one that I don't highlight, the one that I don't highlight. Okay, let me just choose another color instead. I highlight as hang on, the blue one. Okay. The blue one are the formula. The blue one are the formula that will be updated when the yellow cells is updated. Okay. So total cost, ticket sales, merchandising, food and beverage, total revenue, and profit loss from the concert will be automatically updated when these costs are updated. Okay, right. When we have the thing like this already, we are going to create scenarios in order to update this data automatically. What for? Assume that we are running the concert organizing business. One customer just come to ask you that, hey, I would like to I would like to hire you to set up the small concert for me. Can you just do that? Then you may just like print out this worksheet for them and say that, okay, this is the cost and the revenue that you will receive. And if you just like do this to follow us, the profit or loss will be 9,500, something like that. You can print it out for them. While another customer comes and say that I want to set up the medium-sized concert. Can you help me setting up? I want to see how much will I get the profit as a return. So you just like change the information in the yellow cells to be medium-sized concert, and then you just like print that form for the customer. I'll show you next on how you're gonna do that. Firstly, we have to learn how to set up the scenarios in Excel first. Now the template is ready. To have the scenarios, we go to data menu, what if analysis, and scenario manager. Everyone just go to data menu, what if analysis, and scenario manager. Firstly, when you click on scenario manager, it will pop up a scenario manager box for you. Let me explain this pop-up box first. It consists of like couple of parts. The first one, a biggest box. This is scenarios box. When you create any scenarios, it will be listed in this scenario. And when in this box, and when you would like to use that scenario, just click on that line that the scenario name appears. And then you can just like do the next step. Next one, on the changing cell box. Changing cell box means that in that scenarios, what cells are expected to change. In this example, the yellow cells that I highlight in yellow on the worksheet are the cells that I call it as changing cells. Comment is the comment that we may have on our scenario. For example, if we say that, okay, updated or created on what day, or who created these scenarios, you can type. But if you don't have any spatial information, you can leave it as blank for comments. Now, let's talk about the buttons that we have got on the right-hand side. Add, delete, edit, merge, and summary. Add means that if you would like to add the new scenarios, click on that button. It will ask you with the information to fill up. Delete means that when you don't want to have any scenarios anymore, just click on that scenarios in the big box and then choose delete. Edit means that when some values in scenario is updated or you did something wrong, you go to that scenario and edit it. Merge means that if you have different scenarios in different worksheets, you want to merge them to be controlled or to be managed by the same scenario manager, you click merge. And summary is to report, is to compare different scenarios that we have got in this scenario manager to compare the cells, changing cells from each scenario for you. And show means that it shows the value of that scenario in this template for you. For example, if the second customer comes and then they ask you that what is the cost and revenue and profit if I run medium-sized concert, then you click medium-sized and then click show. The information of medium-sized concert will be shown on this scenario. Okay, and then the last one is close button to close this box. Okay, everyone, we will create the first scenario together. The first one, after you click data, what if analysis and scenario manager already, click add, click add. It will ask you for scenario name. Okay, so if I name this one as small concert, this scenario, I have many changing cells. How to choose changing cell? If they are continuous cells, for example, talent to insurance, you can drag straight away. But if you have other cells that are not continuous, for example, the first one, cell B5, is the name of the concert size. After that, you go to B8. These are what we call non-adjacent or non-continuous cells. The way to choose these two cells is that after you choose B5 already, keep pressing and hold control button on your keyboard and then click on the next cell that you want to have in here. It's B8 นะครับ let's do it ครับ let's choose the cell together. Now changing cell, I choose B5 first. Sorry, B5 first. After that, I hold control button and then click on menu of seeds that is B8. You can see that in the changing cell box, it show B5, B8. Actually, you can type by yourself or you can hold control button and click นะครับ both of them are okay. Next, you see we just like have to jump from B8 to B10 นะครับ we skip B9. Then you keep pressing control button and then in here you drag up, drag from talent to insurance. Then you can see that we have the third นะครับ list of cells that are B10 colon B16 นะครับ separated from B8 with comma นะครับ in here. After that, we have the last cell that is F8 นะครับ you press control and click on F8 นะครับ comma F8 okay. Now we have like group of cells that you would like to use in the scenarios manager already นะครับ other cells we don't touch them นะครับ the blue cells because they are the formula. It will be automatically updated when the yellow cells are changed. After that, click OK ครับ everyone. Before we click OK, do you have any questions, anyone? If no นะครับ click OK button. Once you click OK button, it just like pop up scenario values box for you. The scenario values box right now, it just copy the data from the yellow cell and show you in these boxes. As this scenario is called small size concert or small concert, the data in the yellow cell right now is correct already. We don't change. Then we use this data นะครับ as a data for our scenario. So we click OK ครับ. The first scenario is finished already นะครับ the first scenario is finished already. So นะครับ we are going to create the second scenarios ครับ The second scenario is called medium size concert นะครับ we just click add ครับ then it just asks you that what is the scenario name. I said that okay, my one here is the medium size concerts นะครับ changing cells, I don't change I mean like I still use the same changing cell as the small concert นะครับ I leave them like that. I don't update any changing cell here นะครับ comment no extra comments. I may delete this one out. I don't want comment here and then I click OK นะครับ now once again it copy the cell it copies the value from the yellow cells here into these boxes, but we have to change now. We don't use the old one anymore. So I just have the medium size concert for you ครับ everyone, and please create this scenario for me นะครับ just won't be long. This is the data for medium size concert ครับ everyone. Please enter the information for medium size concert for me. I give you 3 minutes นะครับ The data that you have to change in the scenario values are in the blue cells in here นะครับ Okay, just do it by yourself now ครับ So if you finish already นะครับ I want you to create another scenario called large concert นะครับ called large concert. we don't change any changing cells นะครับ leave them like that and then click OK นะครับ the data for large concerts will be displayed for you in here นะครับ okay. Okay, this is the large concert scenario นะครับ so everyone please create a large concert for me นะครับ in 2 minutes นะครับ okay time's up นะครับ everyone so right now on your scenario manager hang on let me just like reshare my screen in your scenario manager นะครับ you should have 3 scenarios altogether นะครับ one is small concert another one is medium sized concert and the other one is large concert so in this one นะครับ you can see that when we create scenarios already how do we gonna use it นะครับ for the scenario manager it is used นะครับ to show your data on the template according to your setup scenarios right now นะครับ your scenario is showing small concert size right if you want to show large concert you click large concert นะครับ after that when you choose large concert scenario already click show ครับ once you click show นะครับ the data on your template นะครับ will be updated to the large concert ones นะครับ if you say that you want to see the medium concert the medium size you click medium size and then click show นะครับ then this one right now the template is showing medium size concert information for you then you can print this one to your customer if they would like to have the medium size concert or large size or small size and then you can go to small concert whenever you want click show yeah this is small concert so this is the scenario manager นะครับ that we can use it to display the value นะครับ in the setting of the template for us according to different scenarios that we prepare นะครับ so the scenarios we have to prepare ahead before you prepare it you have to know what cells you have to change นะครับ when the scenarios is changed นะครับ doesn't matter whether it's text or numbers นะครับ you can just change it whenever you want for example you can see that in the cell B5 it shows the word small right and then you can see that in here in the text that I specify in the B5 it can be either small or medium or large นะครับ that is the text for the numbers you can type the number that you want to have in your scenarios according to what you need after that นะครับ let's have a look if we say that for the small concert talent นะครับ they increase the hiring rate from $4,000 to $4,500 what should we do in this one นะครับ you don't change directly into the cell like from 4,000 to be 4,500 นะครับ no we don't do like that the way to do is that you go to the scenarios and change นะครับ the talent cost in the scenario directly so in this one we go to data tab what if analysis scenario manager นะครับ and the small concert นะครับ you click edit นะครับ this is small concert and then you click OK now in the cell B10 that is talent นะครับ from 4,000 if they say that you have to pay to the talent 4,500 you change here นะครับ instead of typing 4,500 in the cell B10 นะครับ then you click OK so click show once again then the talent cost will be 4,500 instead and all total cost will be updated profit will be updated too นะครับ okay So this is to display the different scenarios and edit the scenarios in your scenarios manager นะครับ Okay, then up to this point, do you have any questions ครับ anyone? When you have the scenario manager already นะครับ the usefulness of the scenario manager is not just that นะครับ we have some other features that we can use for scenarios as well. We call that tool as scenario summary report นะครับ scenario summary report. Scenario summary report will summarize นะครับ the numbers or the values that you have in the changing cell for every single scenarios in this scenario box for you. It will generate a report in a new worksheet นะครับ so in here when you would like to create a summary report นะครับ you just click summary straight away. You don't need to choose scenarios นะครับ let it be like that. Then you click summary. It will ask you that what type of report would you like to have. In this class we use scenario summary report นะครับ in here. Result cell is the ultimate goal that we want to compare. For example, in here we want to compare the profit or loss that we receive from different scenarios นะครับ that is our result cell. So everyone, when you just like have the result cell here, just click on profit and loss cell ครับ in this one my one is E21 cell นะครับ it's cell E21. When you choose result cell already, we click OK นะครับ when you click OK, Excel will generate นะครับ a worksheet for you called scenario summary นะครับ called scenario summary. This one is the new worksheet. What is inside? It has the value from different columns นะครับ from small concert, medium sized concert and large concert for you นะครับ and current value means that it shows the value in the sales that it's that scenario summary report can see right now. This is the data for the small concert. That's why it shows current value and small concert the same value นะครับ okay, right. Next, changing sale, it shows like the sales that has been changed from one concert size to another concert size นะครับ result sale นะครับ what are value of the result sale that we have in here? It means a profit, right? Okay, profit or loss on organizing that concert. So there are something that you should know in here. In this worksheet, it has some special tools that you can just like collapse or expand นะครับ or expand the values in that rows or in that column as well. For example, in here, if you would like to see that, okay, what are our comments? You can just like click on plus and minus sign in each level, and it shows you like for this one, I'm showing the result sales นะครับ for different scenarios. What are different profit or loss that you receive in different scenarios without showing different sales that you have got. Apart from that one, you can hide all of the scenarios as well and then show just like the changing sales that we have got with the result sale, okay, in here. So นะครับ this is the scenario summary report. The point that I just want to tell you นะครับ that is really important is that for the value that you see on the scenario summary report like this นะครับ we call the scenario summary report as a static report. What does it mean by static reports? Static reports mean the report that you generated already, the value will not be updated นะครับ if you did something นะครับ or if you just like modify some original sales. For example, you say that, oh, I missed something wrong, I did something wrong. The talent fee for small concert is 4,200. It is not 4,500. What should we do in here? And as I told you, we have to go to scenario manager in the what if analysis. Go to the scenario that you want to change or to edit the value. Click edit. And then you can see that for 4,500, it is not correct. We said that the correct one is 4,200. You edit the value here and then click OK. After that, you click show. You can see that right now, the talent is updated to be 4,200 already. Total cost is updated. Profit or loss is updated too. Now it's 4,200 If you go back to scenario summary, it's still 4,500 It's not updated at all. What should we do in here? By its nature, as I told you, that it is a static report. If it is not updated anything, you just delete it out. If you have to update some values, for example, here we update the hiring costs for the talent, and the report is not updated. I'll delete scenario summary report out. After that, I generate the report again. I go to data tab, what if analysis, and then scenario manager. Then I choose summary once again. The result cell is profit or loss. Then I click OK. You can see that right now the newly generated report show us for the talent fee that is 4,200 already. That is a new one. So be careful for the staticity of the report. When it doesn't update, delete it first and then regenerate that one. It is easy step to do. After that, what else would I like you to see? If you delete the data in here, there's a problem. For example, I delete current value column because I have small, medium size and large already. I can do it if I don't want to have something like that. The next thing that might be the problem for us is here. For the changing cell here, you see just B5, B8, B10, but you don't know what are they. And if you print this one out, print this report out or show this report to executive, they don't know what B5, B8, and so on means. The things that we have to do, and you should do, is that you have to rename these cells to be the proper name. For example, B5, you should rename it to be concert size. B8, you should rename it to be number of seats, and so on. So in order to do that, we don't edit in this scenario summary report screen. The things that you have to do is that you have to go back to scenario worksheet. Okay, now I'll just teach you how to rename those cell location. So the tools that we have to use is what we call name box. If you remember at the very beginning class, I talk about the name box here is the box that we use in order to type the location to let our mouse pointer to jump into that cell. For example, if you type A1000, if you type, if you just click into this box and type A1000, you can see that the mouse pointer goes to cell A1000 immediately. If you say that, okay, Z1000, okay, Z1000. Yeah, it jumps to Z1000 cell for you. When you want to go back to cell A1, you just type in the name box to be A1. Then it jumps back to A1 cell immediately. What would I like you to know? This box, we call it as name box because actually it is the box that you can name the cell location. How to name the cell? So easy. If you say that, okay, in the cell B5, you want to name it as concert size. You click on the cell B5, and then in the name box, you type concert size and press enter. This cell will be named as concert size already. But before you rename, there are a couple of things that you should know. First, the name can be only the alphabets, A to Z, and the underscore symbol only. You cannot use space. You cannot use hyphen, because space is not accepted. Hyphen it might cause the misunderstanding for the Excel. Do you think that you are trying to minus the value in concert cell with the size cell? That is wrong. So in this one, we get the concert size for the cell B5 already. How do I know that it's correct or not? How will it look like? Let me just show you something, everyone. In this one, if I generate, the new that scenario summary worksheet, what will happen? When I summarize, you can see that the first cell is changed from B5 to be concert size already. We do the same thing with others. So everyone just rename all the cells in the yellow cell here to be the name that you want to have. The second one, B8, I want to name it as number of seats. F8, I name it as price underscore per underscore tickets. Okay. Then B10, I name it as talents. B11 is venue underscore rental. B12 is amplification. B13 is lighting. B14 is ticketing. B15 is security. And B16 is insurance. Okay. And then the other cell, profit loss here. It was written as E21 before. I'll name cell E21 as profits or loss cell. Okay. Now I rename all of the cells already. The next step that I will try is that I will generate the scenario summary report once again. I go to data tab, what if analysis, scenario manager. Then I click summary again. Profit or loss is in cell E21. Yeah. Okay, then I click OK. You can see that when I just change all the name already, changing cells here will be shown properly to be concert size, number of seats, and so on. Result cell will be shown as profit or loss. This is the way that we rename the cells in order to show in the report properly. That is one good thing. Okay. Another good thing when you rename the cell is that when you go to add the new scenario or edit the old scenario like this, I go to edit the talent of small size concert to be 4,000 not 4,200 anymore. Let's see. I go to data tab, click what if analysis and scenario manager. I go to small concert. After that I click edit. You can see that in here it shows the name of the cell instead of location. Like talent, I want to change from 4,200 back to be 4,000. Then I just realize that, oh, the third position is talent. I'll change the value here to be 4,000. If it shows as B10, you don't know what B10 means. By just renaming the cells, it is the easiest ones. And after that, you just see show. Yeah, now it's 4,000. If I summarize it once again, you can see that right now we have the talent that is 4,000 for the small concert already. So this is the way in order to prepare the scenarios in the scenario manager and also generate the scenario summary report for us นะครับ and you can rename the cells in order to be generated and show us with the proper name นะครับ in the scenario summary report instead of showing the cell location นะครับ so this one is a scenario summary that we may have okay then นะครับ everyone up to this point do you have any questions about scenario managers and scenario summary ครับ okay if you don't have any question นะครับ everyone you save your file first ครับ we are going to talk about the next thing นะครับ now we come to the last part of Microsoft Excel already นะครับ the last part that I would like to talk about นะครับ for our class is that when you have to bring this Excel worksheet to other people how can they use your worksheet easily นะครับ okay let me give you an example นะครับ I can just like compare Excel with Google Sheets นะครับ you can see that if you ask นะครับ for example if you have the focus group okay if you set up the focus group and you ask the respondents or the people in the focus group or participants in focus group to help filling up นะครับ a questionnaire for you you can see that in the past we use the paper the hard copy questionnaire when the time goes by นะครับ we had to set up some websites นะครับ or some page in order to collect the data นะครับ to substitute the questionnaire instead for example in front of the what to say in front of the focus group room นะครับ you may set up like 2 or 3 computers and let the participants to answer the question for you when the time goes by นะครับ you can see that if we have the questionnaire like that is but you said oh I use Excel I have worksheet for the users and then they have to fill up every cell for me to answer the information so let's imagine ครับ if you have the participants who are from different majors and you said that there is a cell or a column that users has to enter major for you so you can see that the users has to type ICMB ICMF something like that you can see that in here นะครับ it makes the users to work difficultly นะครับ and also you as well because if the users has to enter their own major and they type wrongly then you not know which major that person is from นะครับ but think about Google Form ครับ you can have multiple choices like for example you set up the predefined major for the participants first and then they just click นะครับ from the list choose from the list instead this one นะครับ it means that okay they don't need to enter the information manually they just choose the clicking นะครับ from the list instead นะครับ this is Google Form in Excel it has a form as well นะครับ this one is similar to the Google Form that we have got นะครับ it makes your Excel to become more interactive when you have the data นะครับ and you would like your users to click and choose instead of typing manually นะครับ we have to use the form to help so the form in Microsoft Excel we can create the form นะครับ by using the worksheet that we have got or the workbook that we have got and then you just insert the form functionality in it นะครับ to let the form to do whatever you want นะครับ but before you can use the form or we can just like have a form in Microsoft Excel นะครับ okay so everyone just create the new worksheet first ครับ name this worksheet as form นะครับ form FORM okay the way in order to use form in Microsoft Excel you need to have a menu นะครับ you need to have a menu called developer so everyone ครับ please check on your Excel screen ครับ do you have developer menu or not ครับ and then type in the chat box for me do you have the developer menu on your Excel now Buriya said no Tianwa said no 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 okay without developer tab you can't do anything with the form นะครับ because all the tools in the form is located in the developer tab only okay I don't see anyone who say yes at all นะครับ okay right so how can you bring developer tab on นะครับ I will show you in Excel for Windows first then I'll just like go to Excel on Mac นะครับ to show you on both platform for anyone who use Excel for Windows ครับ you go to file menu นะครับ you go to file menu after that you go to options นะครับ you go to options click on the options ครับ everyone then you will see customize ribbon นะครับ you see customize ribbon menu here click on customize ribbon นะครับ then you will see on the right hand side you see a developer นะครับ checkbox if you want it to be on you tick on developer and then click OK if you want to disable itนะครับ I mean in the future if you don't want to use the form and it makes your menus to be messy just uncheck developer นะครับ and then click OK you can see that right now on my screen I don't have developer tab anymore for your one you should see the developer tab now right I go to file options customize ribbon and then tick developer tab นะครับ then click OK now I get the developer tab already right okay so anyone who use Windows you should see developer tab now นะครับ for the rest of you who use Mac นะครับ won't be long let me log in my Mac first นะครับ just give me a minute ครับ so anyone who use Mac นะครับ let's see this ครับ let me share my screen นะครับ this is the Mac version right so anyone who use Mac นะครับ click on Excel menu ครับ click on Excel menu then you will see preferences right preferences click preferences and then you will see ribbon and toolbar นะครับ click on ribbon and toolbar ครับ then you see that on the right hand side นะครับ you should see a checkbox called developer just tick on developer นะครับ here click on developer and then click save when you finish already นะครับ you should see developer menu นะครับ on your screen do you see the developer menu now everyone okay so let's see นะครับ let's see on Mac first when you click on developer menus what are inside your developer menus on your developers menu you will see that there are นะครับ the list of the menu in here นะครับ the list of the menu in here just let me show you first นะครับ from group box combo box label check box scroll box or list box นะครับ scroll box we don't use we use list box instead นะครับ here we have 1 2 3 4นะครับ five different tools นะครับ in here for Excel on Mac นะครับ we use these 5 menus on Windows นะครับ it is a bit different นะครับ it is a bit different okay now let me just like go back to talk about Windows base นะครับ on Windows when we have the developer tab นะครับ in here what are we going to use นะครับ anyone who use Excel for Windows นะครับ the tools that we have to use is in the insert button นะครับ developer and then insert you see form control and ActiveX control นะครับ the things that we have to use is on form control only นะครับ don't use ActiveX นะครับ ActiveX is about programming so if you use ActiveX you cannot control as like what we use on the form control นะครับ form controls on Windows นะครับ is equivalent to the menus the buttons that I show you on Mac before นะครับ in there so in this one you just like use everything in the form control only นะครับ so let's see what are the tools on Windows that we have to use the first one we use combo box check box นะครับ option button group box นะครับ these are the buttons that we have to use or the tools นะครับ that we use in our form in Microsoft Excel นะครับ let me explain to you what are these kind of tools used for นะครับ every appearance นะครับ of this menu นะครับ of these things on your Excel worksheet we call it as an object นะครับ we call it as on an object so that means in the exam if I ask you to create 5 objects of the form นะครับ in the exam I'm sorry in the examination question that I give to you that means you have to pick นะครับ maybe 1 or 2 buttons นะครับ or maybe 1 or 2 tools นะครับ in each form in each worksheet that you are going to create นะครับ I'll just like show you when we just like do that one together ครับ so in this one we will begin with the first two นะครับ just one belong ครับ everyone the first one นะครับ that I will just like show you is what we call combo box นะครับ is what we call combo box so let me just like let me list out all the tools that we have to study นะครับ in this class we have combo box check box option button and group box นะครับ in this list that we have to study firstly นะครับ I will talk about combo box first okay so in this one นะครับ suppose we have the product นะครับ database that looks similar to this one okay so assume that we call this one as product table นะครับ or product database. We want our combo box นะครับ to show the product name นะครับ to show the product name, and after that we want to show the unit price of that product for us นะครับ and then we can just like do the next step. In here, what is a combo box ครับ combo box or the drop down list is a list that you can just like show นะครับ the what to say the information นะครับ in that row that you choose นะครับ for example you have this kind of thing ครับ suppose we say that we have the drop down list like this นะครับ okay. Once you click on this button นะครับ or on this combo box it lists out นะครับ the name of the product for us, and then we just choose what product that you want นะครับ that you want to have in this one. So the things that we have นะครับ is here. Let me just like suggest you how you're going to use the tool นะครับ how you're going to use that tool. In this one นะครับ you just go to developer tool นะครับ developer tool developer menu นะครับ on Windows you choose insert นะครับ and combo box, while on Mac นะครับ you just go to developer and then choose combo box straight away. After that you see hairline cursor, you highlight them นะครับ sorry you drag them in order to create your combo box นะครับ okay. Suppose I just use a small one like this. Now นะครับ if you click on this combo box there's nothing in there นะครับ it doesn't work now because you haven't linked with this database yet. You have to link with the database first นะครับ you have to link with the database first. How do you gonna link? That is easy ครับ so firstly you right click on this combo box นะครับ once you right click you should see white circles around this combo box นะครับ if you just like don't want to just like choose if you don't want to do setting you just click on somewhere else นะครับ so the white circle will be disappeared. When you just want to use this combo box you click นะครับ and then you see the list. But if you want to do setting you right click on the combo box to see white circles ครับ after you right click นะครับ you choose format control. This is to set up your combo box นะครับ to be whatever we want. The things that we have to use นะครับ the tab that is important is control tab. Control tab is the tab that we use to link the database with our combo box นะครับ input range cell link drop down lines นะครับ let me explain one at a time first. Input range means that what are the data in your database that you want to display in this combo box นะครับ so you click input range first นะครับ click in the input range box first. After that you drag from grape to lemon. In this one my one is B12 to B19 นะครับ this is input range. Then we will test this setting first. When you choose input range already นะครับ to be grape to lemon already you click OK ครับ okay let me do it again นะครับ to do the setup you right click on that combo box choose format control and then choose control tab. In the input range you choose the cell that you would like to display in this combo box. Here is from grape to lemon นะครับ then you click OK ครับ when you do this already นะครับ if you click on the triangle button นะครับ you see list of the products from grape to lemon in this combo box, right? You get the same thing as mine. Do you see the grape to lemon in your combo box yet นะครับ so this is what we want if you can get grape to lemon that means you do it correctly already นะครับ if your combo box is too big or too small to customize it or to set it up right click it first when you see the white circle already you just like drag it to make it smaller นะครับ or bigger in here I just make it smaller then I just when I want to test it I click on somewhere else to remove the white circle first and then go to click on the drop down list yeah so this is what we have got now the next setup what is it when you right click and choose format control in the control tab you see drop down lines is 8 drop down lines means that how many lines would you like to see once you click the drop down list suppose I say that I want to see 3 at a time I choose 3 in the drop down lines then I click OK after that I click on some other cells and then click on the drop on the combo box to check again you can see that right now it shows just 3 products at a time grape mango and banana on the right hand side it shows the scroll bar for you then you can scroll to other products that you want to have so this is the setting for the drop down lines that you have got okay now let's move on to the last component that you should know in the control tab 3D shading is nothing it makes your combo box to have just like some shading or not have just that now we talk about cell link what is cell link cell link is a cell that you just like would like to provide a link to this drop down list action when the when the user choose on the drop down list for example in here I will use cell A11 cell A11 as my cell link see what happened I just have to set up my cell link to be on cell A11 first so everyone if you just like ready you just click the cell that is left to your table to be the cell link like my one then we click OK after that we test on our combo box so we click to choose avocado what happened is cell link show 5 now I choose lemon the cell link show 8 if I choose grape the cell link show 1 you can see that cell link is changing when I just like choose different choices right can somebody tell me when you play with your combo box already what does the value in cell link means what does the value in cell link mean can somebody tell me what does the value in cell link means row number Tianmasin said that row number right anybody else has any other questions has any other ideas or comments what does cell link means do you agree is that row number you can see that in here it's the row number of this relative table because if I choose mango grape is row 1 mango is row 2 banana is row 3 and lemon is row number 8 so that's correct the cell link tell us the row number in this selected value why do we need the cell link why do we need the row number if you remember I told you that this table is our database it tells us about product name and the price in this example you can see that now we just click to choose a product name, but we don't see any price yet. If you remember นะครับ when we study for lookup reference we study 4 different functions in order to find the value นะครับ according or to look up the value whenever we want. 2 of them were H lookup and B lookup. Those functions requires นะครับ require the key นะครับ in order to search or in order to match. Wow, a function that needs to know just the location of the cell and then we pick up the value from that cell. What is that function ครับ Can somebody tell me? When we know the location of the cell and we want to pick that value up, what function do we have to use? We study for 4 functions นะครับ H lookup, V lookup, index and match. Okay. When we know the location, what functions do we use in order to pick the value? The answer is I think you forgot already. It's so Tanya ครับ please share your answer to public ครับ now I just see it. It seems like yes, it's index นะครับ that's right. Now we know the row number. You can pick up the data. For example, if you want to know the price of mango, you know that the price is located in column 2 and the row number, you can specify the cell link here นะครับ okay. So what are we going to do ครับ in order to really use this combo box properly นะครับ you may say that okay, you use it to find the price นะครับ okay. Suppose I say that okay, this is food item and then we get the price นะครับ. So in this one we will use index function นะครับ we go to use index function. This index function, because we have just one table only นะครับ we use the first list of arguments. Array, that is this table นะครับ product name and price are included. Row number, you use the row number from cell link. Column number is column 2. Column 2 tells us the price. So in this one, it shows us for the mango, it shows 0.5 นะครับ. Now let me just like do the cell format a little bit นะครับ okay. I set it up as currency. Okay, now let's try other products ครับ I choose strawberry. It's $1. Yeah, that's correct. If I choose lemon, it's $1. Yeah, that's correct. If I choose grape, $1.50. That's correct นะครับ so now the things that we have is that you may ask the users that how many units that you would like to purchase. You may say that okay, number of item purchase. And then you can have the total price for them. You multiply price with the number of item. So if the customer say that they want to buy 3 bunch of grapes, yeah, it's $4.50. If they want to buy 3 lemon, it's $3 นะครับ. So this is the way that we use the combo box in order to look up นะครับ the value in the table นะครับ and make use of just like this kind of combo box in order to combine with index function to calculate something like this one. Okay, right. Okay, then this is the combo box that we have to study. Okay, then everyone up to this point, do you have any questions?
Ajahn, would this be in our exam?
Yes.
In our midterm?
Yes. This is in the exam. Anything that I teach in Excel will be in your exam. Okay, then any other questions so far for this example?
อาจารย์คะ when is our midterm exam?
When is your exam? It's on Sky Plus and on the Line group already. It is on this coming Saturday 1 to 4 p.m. Excuse me, who asked me with the previous question? Who was asking me with the question for the exam date? Can you tell me?
มีค่ะ
Papawi, okay. Okay. Are you in our Line group?
yes ครับ I already checked it already ค่ะ sorry for asking.
No problems, because I'm just worried about you, because this coming Saturday will be the exam already, but you just know that we have exam on this Saturday, so don't miss it, be careful. So for the rest of you, do you have any questions, anyone? For this one, I have a question that will this session will the when will this recorded will be uploaded? It will be by tomorrow night. I have to spend some time in order to edit it as well and convert this Zoom file into MP4 first, and then I have to edit. So that's why it takes some time. Yeah, it will be released before next class. Yes, Okay, so before we finish the class, let me just have something to tell you, because altogether we have 5 sections in the midterm exam and final exam together. Firstly, on this coming Saturday, the examination will be held on 1 p.m. In the afternoon. So the software that we use in order to let you be online for the proctoring and meeting, we don't use Zoom. We will use WebEx. WebEx. Anyone who haven't got the WebEx, please download and install it. But if you don't know how to just get the WebEx, for anyone who don't have it, because I'm sure that some classes, some other ajahns may use WebEx before. I will just give you the link in our e-learning. Okay. So this morning I got the information from Ajahn Veera. Ajahn Veera will be the proctor on the midterm exam. Because he teach section 1 to 3. But for me, I will be the proctor on final exam instead. The things that he just called me this morning and let me remind the students are like that. The first one, on midterm and final exams, do not use virtual background. Everyone, could you please turn on your camera? So most of you do the correct ones. For me I do the wrong one. It must not have the virtual background นะครับ Vipada no Teletubbies please. Okay นะครับ first one no virtual background because otherwise when you just like move your heads นะครับ or when the signal of the internet is not good your face will be cut off นะครับ we cannot see you. second one นะครับ your camera นะครับ your camera must be put the angle to see your face นะครับ for example พัด เทียนวสิน พีรดา พรวิภา please push down your angle of the camera a bit because we cannot see you นะครับ I just like want to see you I would like you to see on your screen as well. Banna push down please. Okay what else สักติโชตครับ we can't see you นะครับ push down your camera please. Anybody else Kanin and Vachara ครับ please turn on your camera นะครับ while you are during your exam you have to turn on camera all the time นะครับ you're not allowed to turn it off so please make it on all the time. If you say that your camera is broken the things that you have to do is that you may use another device such as your smartphone to log in WebEx instead นะครับ The link for WebEx will be given on the exam day. That means around 1:45 นะครับ we will post the link on e-learning for you นะครับ I will also just like help to accommodate you in the line group as well. But be careful นะครับ during the exam the only person you can communicate is the proctor that is อาจารย์วีระ only and the way to communicate with him is over WebEx. So that means if you send me นะครับ any line message during exam I cannot reply to you นะครับ because it breaks the rules of the examination. Next นะครับ when you are doing the exam everyone has to turn off your microphone but turn on your speaker because when we have to communicate to you for example if we have any corrections or if we cannot see you I mean like for example in the case that your camera is accidentally off we will let you know and if you don't turn on the speaker you don't hear what we are talking นะครับ so these are the rules that อาจารย์ Veera just mentioned to me this morning and said that the student has to just like know about this and plagiarism is strictly นะครับ prohibited นะครับ in this one so we are strictly just like on our examination so นะครับ I know that okay all of you นะครับ you have the dignity นะครับ and you are honest you just like do for what you know only but if you copy นะครับ from other people we know anyway and then it just like cause a consequence in just like failing the whole courses นะครับ for the whole term that will waste your time and money นะครับ and also it just like it's not good for your records as well so นะครับ do not copy from other people นะครับ right okay so that should be all for me for today's class นะครับ for the topic in the examination I will post on our e-learning for you so that you know what are the things that you have to use for our midterm examinations นะครับ and right now the videos are posted up to last week's makeup class already นะครับ the only video that we still don't have is today's class that I'll just like do it tonight because I still have the class after this นะครับ okay then นะครับ everyone before we finish the class let me just like capture the screen a bit นะครับ okayฮัทไทยสวรรค์ครับ could you please push down your camera a bit ครับ okay you can see in your small screen whether you can see your face your beautiful and handsome face or not if you don't see the beautiful or handsome face that means just check for your camera นะครับ